Welcome to Mastering Machines, where we discover tomorrow's reality.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mastering Machines, where we discover tomorrow's reality. When people were talking about OpenAI Sora, they constantly mentioned world building. But I think there's a new video model that really does functional world building, and that's Google Genie. It's a model capable of creating entire games from just a single image prompt. It's being touted as an action controllable world model that was trained on unsupervised video game data. It uses predictive analysis to generate video game levels and can also control a playable character and determine its actual movements within the environment. The announcement was made by Tim Rothschild, open-endedness team lead for Google DeepMind. He stated this here. We introduced Genie, a foundation world model trained exclusively from internet videos that can generate an endless variety of action controllable 2D worlds given image prompts. Genie is unique in the aspect that it can only generate one specific thing. It is also the only video game generating model that has been publicly announced. One of the unique things about Genie is that it's trained without any actual action labels on a large data set of publicly available internet videos. So Genie can turn any image, whether it's a real world photograph, a sketch, and even an AI generated image, or even a painting, into a kind of a Sega Genesis type 2D platformer, with the team noting that this approach makes it a lot more versatile and it's applicable across various domains. Moreover, developers highlight that this new model opens the door for a lot of AI worlds to be generated via agents. I do believe AI models will advance in this type of fashion of using videos and being able to generate worlds or virtual worlds within multiple prompts or a single prompt. And I think that video game development studios will be on their way out, or at least for AAA development studios. Because we've seen a lot of layoffs, specifically in the video game sector. I mean, we've seen it in the tech sector in general, but we've seen a lot of video game layoffs, and I think that has to do with tools like this going to be implemented in the future to save overhead and not have such a huge developer cost, which AAA titles have a history of doing. But on the other end, it will allow for a lot of smaller time or indie developer studios to kind of catch up with the AAA studios, because they have more at their disposal with these AI models and being able to cut the development time in half. I mean, look at Palo World and look at all these different Steam games that have really made an impact in the video game community. Now that we've talked about that, let's dive under the hood of Genie and kind of find what's powering it. So the process begins with spatial temporal video tokenizer. It's basically a sophisticated mechanism that is designed to deconstruct video game footage. This tool segments the footage into smaller and more manageable data sets, known as tokens. And you're probably familiar with that if you use any type of LLMs. That's what we're referring to, those tokens. The term spatial temporal signifies that the segmentation occurs not just over time, but also across spatial dimensions, fragmenting each frame into multiple pieces. This dual axis breakdown facilitates a comprehensive analysis of the video data, preparing it for further processing. Following this initial step is the implementation of the autoregressive dynamic model. This component is crucial for predictive analysis, drawing on historical data to forecast future events or states within the video game environment. Autoregressive models operate on the principle that past performance can inform future outcomes, while the dynamic aspect of the model accounts for changes and movements over time, enhancing its predictive accuracy. The culmination of what's under hood in this process is realized in the latent action model. This stage is where AI begins to understand and interpret the movements and actions of characters within the video game world. So it's allowing for the mapping of these actions to semantically meaningful equivalents such as moving left or right or jumping or any other of the basic kind of control maneuvers. This aspect of the AI model is particularly noteworthy because it demonstrates the system's ability not only to generate dynamic 2D levels, but also have a grasp on the fundamental principles of movement and kind of navigating a real world terrain. As we see GPUs get more advanced and better, and neural nets being able to really break down different environments and being able to replicate them, I think these video models are going to be a bigger part of LLMs and part of that package, and will allow people to create their own virtual environments with just prompts. And you'll start to see this more detailed, and then see the worlds get way bigger as time and GPUs allow. That's it, folks. Like, subscribe, comment. Remember, discover tomorrow's reality.